You used to fly, just hearing my name. Now even the silence forgets we came. I held you like I'd never fall. You looked at me like I had it all. But love that screams don't make it real. It's in the hush you never feel. It saw you drift, but I played blind. Told myself she's still mine in time. But truth don't pause and lies don't bend. We snapped in places we won't mend. I blamed your fears, I cursed the sky, but deep inside I knew it's I. The cracks were mine, you loved the truth, and I left first, I left you. Yeah, I'm the one who let it break. I'm the echo in your ache. I turned your kindness into fear, then blamed you when you disappeared. I burned the bridge, I dropped the key. So if you had to run from me, you were always free to leave. Let's not pretend I didn't know that smiles decay when hearts outgrow. I wasn't poor, I wasn't cold, I was just scared of love that holds. So yeah, I broke you, I broke us. But baby, you left before the dust. You flew away, no word, no scream, but still you haunt my every dream. Your name still fits behind my breath like something holy. I still confess I lost the war, I made you fight, but I earned the right to sleep at night. You're always free to leave, free to leave, free to leave. And you did. I saved your text like sacred script, but you replied like half-equipped. I waited hours for a dot and made that silence mean a lot. I built a man from filtered light, then cried when you stayed out of sight. You liked my posts, ignored my soul. I kept pretending that was whole. I thought your distance meant you cared, that hiding love was how you dared. But baby, now the truth is loud. You never stood inside that crowd. You never knocked, you never stayed. I made the man that I obeyed. I missed a ghost, I named him you. But lies don't breathe and shadows flew. Maybe I love the part I played, the lines I wrote, the stage I made. And you, I thought a screen a blur. You lived in where you never were. You called it love, but held me still, like I was glass you had to fill. You named me stars, then drew your sky, but never asked me if I'd fly. I showed you cracks, you painted glass. You mourned the dream, not what you lost. So when you speak of ghosts and pain, don't say my name. I touched your name like it could stay, but winds like you don't learn to pray. You were the face I gave to pain, the passenger without a train. I missed you most in places bare, but you were never there. I saw you dream me into shape, a softer roll, a sweeter tape. But I was never made for lines. My love don't fold, it never rhymes. You looked for truth but blurred your view. I gave you me, just not your cue. So don't rewrite me in your grief. You broke your myth, not my belief. So I stopped looking back, I stopped speaking your name. In one night, no text, no fight, I left. I didn't leave to break you down. I left, 'cause staying meant I'd drown. You held a mirror made of cracks. I kissed it daily, broke my back, trying to shape a perfect me inside a frame you couldn't see. I begged the silence for a sign, but all it gave was your design of who I was and couldn't be. So I let go to set us free. You saw me strong, you called me grace, but never asked if I felt safe. You wrote me lines I didn't say, then cried when I refused to stay. You loved the light I gave your night, but dimmed me so you'd shine just right. You prayed for truth and blurred your view. I stayed too long, not losing you, but losing me. Silent. I feared your voice, I gave you noise, and called a choice. I drew a home in disappearing ink. I stood indoors, you'd never think. And in that space where we once burned, I learned I no longer want to see the same design, the same ideas replayed like mine. I'm dying not in blood but breath. Each day a ghost, a slower death, or so I thought. I just wanna live, to have the heart you stole, the mind you dimmed, the eyes that stopped seeing through the lies. I don't wanna lose my soul too, it's enough. I'm done. I can't believe love destroys. I left no scar, I left no key, but your goodbye still lives in me. I didn't scream, I didn't plead, but silence cuts where wounds still bleed. I saved my name from every wall, I kept your echo in the hall. I didn't run, I walked through glass and watched you vanish like the past. I folded years into one breath and loved you even in your death. The death of us, the truth untold, the fire that only ashes hold. I left not out of rage or spite, but just to make it through the night. I left to live, I left to see if I could still be what was me. I left to breathe, not to deceive. I left to live and not to grieve. And if one day they ask of this, tell them we left in peace, not for goodbye. I left left to live.